Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. This should be a big treat. This is from Clown Shoes. This is a Fistful of Unidragon Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. Tried to look up some information on this beer. Beer Advocate doesn't have it listed at all. I typed it in, went to Clown Shoes, not listed, not there. Rate Beer has some information on it, but couldn't find anything on Beer Advocate on it at all. So don't know what's up with that, guys. This is a Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. Clown Shoes does some pretty tasty stuff. Brandon sent me this, so thanks again, Brandon, for shipping this to me. And this is not 40 degrees. This is probably about 55 or so. Very warm here today, about 85 degrees, and hadn't been in the fridge very long, so we're going to see what this one brings to the table. It's almost to room temperature, well, a typical room temperature. It's about, like I said, 85 degrees here, so it's a little bit chilled than that, but it's not my typical 40 degree out of the fridge offering. Commercial description says the Fistful of Unidragon is a 14%. I don't think it's quite that big, guys. 12.5 is what it's got on the bottle, so even though they've got something written here, it is incorrect. I don't know how many times they've done this particular beer. First time that I have seen it, and Brandon sent it to me, like I said. Thanks again. I do appreciate it, sir. Food pairings for a Russian Imperial Stout. It says general chocolate, digestive, and dessert. Goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course, but you're going to have some 12.5%. It's fairly big beer. Glass rated pint, Becker 9 tumbler snifter. I got my favorite glass today, the Sovereign beer glass, and it can be sold for long periods of time. So if you want to sell it, pick this up and sell it, this should last. I can't think of a reason why it should not. So I still got the tape on it from where he sent me on the cap here. He tapes everything and packages it very well. Tried to minimize any spillage or leakage or anything like that, which is a good thing. So let's get this thing open and get it into the glass. Big hits on this one, guys. And this one was bottled on March 15th of 2016. Big thumbs up to the guys at Clown Shoes for putting on a bottled on date instead of an enjoy buy or a best buy. That sucks. Alright, this is a bomber, 22 ouncer. Good looking beer. About just a little bit more than a finger of head on that. Over to the light, I'm getting none. It is pitch black, guys. Let's get a nose on it. Oh yeah, definitely getting the bourbon on this. I don't know how long it was aged in the bourbon barrels, but the typical Blakehorn Unidragon, I don't think it's bourbon barrel aged, and this one is. Fistful of Unidragon. Kind of play on the Clint Eastwood Fistful of Dollars, I think. The picture on the bottle is very reminiscent of a Clint Eastwood look. Give them a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of bourbon, rich roasted malt. Smells very tasty. It's that time. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. Thank you. Ooh, that's pretty tasty. I love a bourbon barrel aged Russian Imperial Stout. I do. Wonderful aromas. Maybe some hints of some dark fruit in there. Oh wow, that's delicious. Just the right amount of bourbon on this. Seems like the bittersweet chocolate is just a little more pronounced than the coffee is. Wow. Another winner. Definitely. Got the ABV on the bottle. Got the date on the bottle when it was bottled on. The bourbon is there. The roasted malt is there. The chocolate is there. Hints of coffee. Hints of dark fruit. Wow. A great candidate to fire up a stogie to go with this. Sit out on the deck. So it's not quite set yet, but it's fairly late in the evening. About 7 o'clock or so. So final beer of the evening for me. Let's let it warm up a tad. Like I said, it's not chilled to my typical 40 degrees out of the fridge. This is probably about 60 degrees. Getting a lot of aromas, a lot of taste out of this beer. But we're going to sip on it for a while, pour her a glass, and see where it ends up. Pretty impressive right now. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on this about 45 minutes or so, maybe even close to an hour. Very tasty beer. Nice bourbon barrel notes on this. Rich roasted malt. Hints of coffee. Definitely got the bittersweet chocolate going on. Slight hints, some dark fruit, maybe some dates, raisins, or plums. Very tasty. Very, very tasty. A nice example from their Blakehorn Unidragon to a bourbon barrel aged Unidragon. Very tasty. I enjoyed this. So, and the other half loved it. And she's just like me. Anything that's bourbon barrel aged kicks it up a notch or two, or maybe even 3. So, let's do the final chug here. Wonderful aroma. Oh, I could smell that all day. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. For a 12.5%er, this is delicious, guys. The alcohol is very well hidden. Had beers that are much boozier than this at 8%. 12.5%, bottled on date, right on the bottle where you can read it. Not a best by or enjoyed by date. Got the ABV on the label. I would like to see the IBUs listed on here, which is not critical, but I would like to see it. I mean, it's just me. It's just my OCD. It's just me. That way we have the IBUs, we have the ABV, and we have the bottled on date. 3 things that we need as beer drinkers or craft beer connoisseurs, if you will. So, very tasty beer to me, guys. And like I told you earlier, I could not find this on Beer Advocate. I typed in the label. I went to Clown Shoes and all their beers listed there. I didn't have this listed on Beer Advocate, so I don't know what's up with that. And even Rate Beer has this listed as a 14% when it's only 12.5. So a lot of no information or misinformation. Whether they've done this particular beer before, I'm not sure. A lot of times when they do these beers, the alcohol, the ABV changes from year to year. So not seen this one before and not seen it here. So Brandon, thanks a bunch, my brother, for sending me this. Very tasty beer. Great beer to finish up the evening with, which is what I'm doing. Final beer of the evening for me. To me, guys, this is a 9 out of 10. It is awesome. It is very, very tasty. If you tell me, oh man, that's a 10 beer, I wouldn't argue with that. I would not argue with that. It is so close to me giving it a 10. I could just as easily give it a 10. But I'm going to give it to 9. We'd like to see the IBUs, like I said, listed on the label. It is a 2016 beer because it's got the bottled on date there. But still, I would like to see just a little bit more. Just me. It's just me. Like I said, if you say, oh man, that's a 10 beer, you're crazy, would not argue with that. I'm going to give it a 98. 98 for me, guys. Definitely an A beer. No doubt about it. Very, very tasty. Nothing from Beer Advocate on this. Couldn't find anything on this beer. And Rate Beer has this at 98 overall and 81 in the style. So me and Rate Beer are giving this the same grade. But they have it listed as a 14%, which is only 12.5. So don't know what's going on with that. So 98 for me, guys. So if you've had this one from Clown Shoes, these guys are out of Ipswich, Massachusetts. A lot of great beers coming out of New England. A lot of great beers coming out of New England. So that being said, if you've had it, let me know what you think. And come on back tomorrow, guys. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. See you then.